Welcome to the language course of DCL's Academy. Today we are going to do in detail about the prepositions. Prepositions, as you know, they form a very important part of the German grammar, and today we are going to do a little deep into the prepositions. First, we will deal with the accusative prepositions, then the dative prepositions, then the genitive prepositions, and then with the vexel prepositions. So first let's start with the accusative prepositions. The first preposition would be durch. Durch literally means through. Let's look at the Beispielsatz. Der Zug fuhr durch den Tunnel. The train traveled through the tunnel. Durch is an accusative preposition, so naturally der Tunnel will become den Tunnel. You know the basic grammar. In accusative, the masculine der will change to den. Hence, der Zug fuhr durch den Tunnel. That is the first meaning. The most important meaning of durch is through, cutting something through. It has got many other meanings also. The second Beispielsatz is Kanchipuram, this is a famous city in Tamil Nadu. Kanchipuram is durch seine Series aus Seide bekannt. Kanchipuram, the city of Kanchipuram is very famous through its silk sarees. So here what we mean is that we are not taking the meaning to cut through. Something is famous through, something is famous by the something. So Kanchipuram is very famous through its silk sarees. Third meaning, durch diese Methode lernen Sie Deutsch besser. Through this method, by this method, you will learn German better. Through this method, you will learn German better. Next one, die Kinder gehen durch den Park. This is similar to our first sentence. The children, they are going through the park. It is their park. So in accusative, their park will become den Park. And the children, they are going through the park. The second one is für. Für means for. Look at the Beispielsatz. Die Mutter kaufte ein Geschenk für ihre Tochter. The mother bought a present for her daughter. Next one. Wir lernen nicht für die Schule, sondern für das Leben. We all learn, but we are not learning just for the sake of examination or for the school. We are learning for the life. Next one, interessieren Sie sich für Cricket? Here you will have to think back to the verbs with prepositions. Interessieren is reflexive and it is only with the preposition für. Sich interessieren für. So it is a question. So if the verb is in the first place. Interessieren Sie sich für Cricket? Are you interested in cricket? Here you should be very careful. In English it is known as are you interested in cricket? The preposition is in, but in German the preposition is für. Interessieren Sie sich für cricket? Are you interested in cricket? And the answer would be ja, ich interessiere mich für Cricket. I am interested in cricket. So whenever you come across the verb interessieren, you have to be very careful. First, it is reflexive, sich interessieren, and sich interessieren can be only with the preposition für. So, ich wiederhole das noch einmal. Interessieren Sie sich für Cricket? Ja, ich interessiere mich für Cricket. Or nein, ich interessiere mich nicht für Cricket. The next one is gegen. Gegen actually means against. Look at the Beispielsatz. Was hast du gegen ihn? What do you have against him? It is a pronoun er. Er in the accusative case will become ihn. So, was hast du gegen ihn? What do you have? What have you against him? Second one. Heiratete das Mädchen gegen den Wunsch seiner Eltern. Heiratete, he married. Heiratete das Mädchen, he married the girl against the wish of his parents. So it is their Wunsch. Gegen is in front of their Wunsch, so it becomes accusative. It will become gegen den Wunsch. So what you have to keep in mind is gegen, when the meaning is against, but it need not be physical. The meaning can also be in an abstract way. For example, in this sentence, against the wish, against the opinion, etc. Das Auto fuhr gegen den Mangobaum. Here it is in a physical sense. The car hit. Here fahren takes the meaning to hit, not to drive. So das Auto fuhr, the car hit gegen den Mangobaum. It hit against the mango tree. And mein Freund kommt gegen 10 Uhr. Gegen has got another completely different meaning. All the first three were in a local sense, in a Lokalbedeutung, but here gegen is used in respect of time. So whenever we use anything in respect of time, we say it is temporal. So my friend is coming, mein Freund kommt gegen 10 Uhr. It is not exactly at 10 o'clock, but around 10 o'clock. So when you say gegen 10 Uhr, it can be 9:55 or it can be even 10:05 or 10:10. So it is only around, not exactly. Next one is ohne. Ohne means without, and it's a sentence which you hear in Germany very often. Ohne dich kann ich nicht leben. Without you, I cannot live. Du is a pronoun, and in accusative case, du will become dich. Ohne dich kann ich nicht leben. The next sentence is, der Übersetzer übersetzte den Text ohne Wörterbuch. Der Übersetzer is a translator, and the translator translated the text ohne Wörterbuch, without a dictionary. Frau Sabine geht nicht ohne ihren Mann ins Kino. Frau Sabine does not go for a film without her husband. The next preposition is is also used in a local sense and also in a temporal, that means in respect of time. For example, wir sitzen den Tisch. We are sitting around the table. Means around in a local sense. Another sentence will be: Die Erde bewegt sich die Sonne. The earth moves around the sun, die Sonne. Third one: Darf ich eine Auskunft bitten? May I request for an information? Bitten is also a verb which is used only with the preposition and in accusative. So when you learn bitten, you should always learn it as bitten accusative. You have to repeat it several times till it is up in your brain. So bitten is only with and that is also in accusative case. Hence we have the sentence: Darf ich eine Auskunft bitten? May I have an information, or I may request you for an information. Then is used in a temporal, connected with time. Kommt 5 Uhr. And when the Germans say kommt 5 Uhr, they mean it. He comes at 5 o'clock. So it cannot be 4:55 or 5:05. In such case, you will have to use gegen. When you say 5 Uhr, that is exactly at 5 o'clock. Then we have a preposition bis. Bis is a very important preposition, and it is also very interesting. When you look at the Beispielsätze, you will understand that. For example, lebte bis 1974. He lived till 1974. So it is referring to time. Naturally, it is used in a temporal sense. And here there is no article. Lebte bis 1974. He lived till 1974. Another sentence: Der Zug fährt von Kochi bis Chennai, referring to two places. Kochi and Chennai are the names of two cities. Again, it is in a local sense, not in the temporal sense. The train travels from Kochi till or up to. So bis can take the meaning till or up to. Bis Chennai. No article. In front of places, in front of the name of places, you should remember there is no article. The sentence: Ich fahre nach Deutschland. I am going to Germany. There is no article. But only in some cases it is used with articles. Ich fahre in die Schweiz. Ich fahre in den USA. Ich fahre in den Iran. Ich fahre in den Irak, und so weiter. So there are a few places which have articles. Otherwise, the names of cities and places and countries do not carry any article. Look at the third sentence. Der Bus fährt bis das Stadion. The train travels till the stadium. Here an article is coming. In front of common nouns, an article will come. Der Bus fährt bis Stadion. It is not proper. You will have to say der Bus fährt bis das Stadion. The bus is going till the stadium. Next sentence. Sie können bis nächsten Montag hier bleiben. Remember, now if you look at the first three sentences, the accusative case was not shown directly anywhere. You couldn't say whether it was dative or accusative or genitive. But now in this sentence, it becomes very, very clear that bis is a preposition which is used only with accusative. Example: Sie können bis nächsten Montag. It is their Montag. Their Montag becomes den Montag, nächster Montag becomes nächsten Montag in Akkusativ. So Sie können bis nächsten Montag hier bleiben. You can remain here up to or till next Monday. Ich konnte gestern bis gegen Mitternacht nicht schlafen. This is another very curious characteristic of bis. Perhaps this is the only preposition in German language which stands hand to hand with another preposition. Look at the sentence. Ich konnte gestern bis gegen. Gegen is a preposition, bis is a preposition. So immediately after bis, another preposition comes, gegen. So that, what does it mean? So bis can stand hand in hand with another preposition. But when it stands hand in hand with another preposition, the case will change. That I will explain. Ich konnte gestern bis gegen Mitternacht nicht schlafen. Yesterday I could not sleep up to around middle night. Bis gegen, till around midnight I could not sleep. So actually that Mitternacht is being in the accusative case because just in front of Mitternacht there is a preposition gegen which is always used with accusative. So here Mitternacht is in the accusative case. But look at the next sentence. Ich muss bis zum 15. dieses Monats die Miete zahlen. So after bis the preposition zu comes. So naturally the number 15 is conjugated or is being declined as per dative. So ich muss bis zum. Zum is in dative even though bis is in accusative. So what you should understand is that if after bis another preposition is coming, then the other nouns are being declined as per the preposition which is just in front of it. This is a typical example for that. Ich muss bis zum 15. dieses Monats die Miete zahlen. I must till the 15th of this month I must pay the rent. Now we have another important proposition, another interesting proposition, that is entlang. Entlang means along, parallel to. And it has got a very strange feature, namely this preposition entlang is used with accusative, it is used with dative, and it is also used with genitive. Hence, it is a unique preposition in the German language. Look at the examples. Die Straße entlang waren viele Autos geparkt. I have put meistens in the bracket because this is an expression which everybody says. Die Straße entlang, along the street, many cars were parked, or many cars were parked along the street. It is accusative. Die Straße is remaining as die Straße, and this is a very common usage. And we can also say wir gehen die Straße entlang. We can go along the street. Here entlang, the preposition is at the end of the sentence, or rather after the noun. That is also permissible, that is also possible. But the preposition muss nicht am Ende des Satzes stehen. There is a common belief that the preposition entlang should be at the end of the sentence, which is not true. It need not be always at the end of the sentence. That is very clear from our first sentence. Die Straße entlang waren viele Autos geparkt. So it can be in the middle of the sentence as well, and it can also be at the end of the sentence. Wir gehen die Straße entlang. And in some places in Germany and in Switzerland, entlang is used with dative. Entlang der Straße waren viele Autos geparkt. That is a common usage in der Schweiz, in Switzerland, and in some parts of Germany also. So that is a regional verification, which is also given in standard dictionary books. So we have to accept that. So entlang der Straße used with dative, and very seldom the Germans use entlang with genitive also. Example, Beispiel: Entlang des Flusses ging ich spazieren. Along the river I went for a walk. And this genitive usage is usually seen in poetry and in literary works. But we have to accept that entlang is used with accusative, mostly, sometimes in dative in Switzerland and in some parts of Germany, and in highly poetical language it is also used with genitive. So these are the main prepositions with accusative: durch, für,